Shalom, and welcome back to Bnei Noach Academy, Thoughts on Life. Please remember to hit the like button, to subscribe, and most importantly, to share this insight and inspiration with friends and family. So as we celebrate Chanukah, I want to ask you the question, do you really believe in miracles? Really? Do you actually believe that they're real? Well, of course, I'm sure you'll ask me, well, after all, isn't Chanukah about the celebration of a miracle? But what is a miracle? What does it really mean? You see, if we say believe in something, we have to know what that something is. What is it? What is a miracle? Miracle, in short, is the obvious presence and directionship of God. In other words, it's an act that proves that God is directly in charge and he is running the show and calling the shots. But then if God is the one that's calling the shots, quote unquote, and that's what the miracle proves, then how come we don't see it all the time? How come God's presence is not obvious all the time? So much so that there are those people that even when a miracle occurs, they have a hard time accepting it and have a hard time accepting the fact that God runs the world, that he's the one in charge. Well, the truth is that that's not by accident. That's actually by design. Let me explain. In Hebrew, that's in biblical Hebrew, the world is called Olam. Olam comes from the etymology, from the root word ha'elem, which means concealment. You see, the way God designed the world, like I said, this was by design. The way he planned it all out is that his presence on a constant basis, on a normal, regular basis, should be concealed, should be hidden. And that's why you don't see it. What we see usually are circumstances or a bunch of gears turning and connecting to each other, thus creating the whole systems of nature and reality as we see it. We're not meant to see God all the time. And there's a reason for it. You see, because if we saw God all the time, we would never be able to be ourselves. Certainly, we would never even have free choice to do the right thing or the wrong thing. After all, if you see God's presence in such an obvious manner, there's no way that you can choose to do something against his will. Thus, you never will have a choice. And God desired it so that we have free choice, or relatively free choice as human beings. Thus, God designed the world in a way where it's olam, it's helem, it's concealment. God's presence is hidden almost all the time. However, from time to time, there are special, I'll call them showings. There are special events, unique happenings that clearly prove God's presence when he chooses to show himself, to reveal his power, to make it obvious that yes, he's here. And this, for those who don't refuse to see it, this helps us during all that time, which is most of the time, if not almost all the time, that God is, quote, concealed and hidden. Thus, do we believe in miracles? Of course we believe in miracles. Moreover, what is the word miracle in Hebrew? And what is its etymology? Well, the word for miracle in Hebrew is nes. As we say, nes gadol hayasham, a great miracle took place there. Nes means a miracle. But the true meaning, the etymology of the word, means to be lifted up. Nes comes from the word arim nisi al ha'arim. There's a verse in Psalms which says, I will raise my heights over the mountains. Nes meaning higher, being raised up. Thus, connecting it all together. When we live in the world, as we do, and from time to time, we need an uplifting. We need to be lifted up. So God performs that nace, that miracle. For what purpose? Not just to show himself, not just to say, hello, I'm here. That in itself is a great and fantastic thing. However, it's to lift us up. Those who see the miracle, those who want to see the miracle, meaning they are searching for God, now have their opportunity and they're uplifted. And this helps us carry through to the time when God is concealed by design. But he wants us to be uplifted, lifted up spiritually. So while we're going through the concealment, the quote unquote darkness of the world, yet we still are connected. We're still bound to him. We are still somewhat of a step higher, a fray above the actual concealment. This, in short, is the purpose, the reason for all these miracles which we celebrate. When we celebrate Chanukah, for example, this is what we're celebrating. We're reminding ourselves, yes, miracles happen. Yes, God is there. And this helps us get through the entire year, reminding ourselves to kindle those lights of faith, to light those candles of certainty, of light that will help us break through darkness that's all around us, that's there by design.